Welcome to Lesson 3, Ability Rotation and Cooldowns. Understanding how to use your abilities is just as critical as knowing when to cast them. Today you'll learn how cooldowns work, how to manage them effectively, and how to build your own custom rotations to dominate any fight in a game that you play. Hello everyone, let's begin. Every video game ability falls into three main categories. First you have utility, and these are niche moves meant for movement, defense, or crowd controlling ability. Second is your secondary abilities. These are your bread and butter attacks, and they deal consistent damage, set up combos, or even generate important resources. Finally, your primary specials. These are your massive, long cooldown game changers that hit the hardest and give you the biggest advantage. Here are a few quick examples of utility abilities before we break down the rest. Let's talk about the ability Smoke Bomb. This utility ability inflicts a powerful debuff, meaning it lowers your target's armor or their arcane defense. By weakening their stats, you create a prime window of opportunity to strike immediately after landing the debuff to maximize your damage output and resource gains. Next up is Shadow Step, a tactical utility ability, and while it deals minor damage, its true value lies in its positioning. Use it to gain a temporary speed boost or to evade incoming attacks and set up your next strike. It's the ultimate tool for mobility, defense, and tactical setups. Now for secondary abilities like Blade Barrier. These deal steady damage and apply a bleed effect or damage over time, known as dot. The biggest mistake players make is relying on only one type of move. Mixing your utilities, secondaries, and basic attacks creates a versatile arsenal. Success isn't just about raw power, it's about adapting your setup to fit your playstyle. Next is Live by the Sword, an activating ability with no cooldown that you can cast whenever you have the resources. It temporarily buffs movement and attack speed, allowing you to acquire the target quicker and close gaps faster, as well as maximize your target uptime and significantly boost your DPS, damage per second. Ever wonder why your character's best moves suddenly get locked? That's called a cooldown, or CD for short. Because special abilities are so powerful, giving them no limit would totally make the game unfair and you would have an unfair advantage all the time. When you activate one of these abilities, it stays active for a brief moment, then immediately triggers a timer. You have to wait out that clock before you can cast it again, keeping the game fair and competitive for everyone. Alright, for our final lesson today, let's talk about building your core rotation. First, establish your spammable primary move. This is your low-cost baseline attack that guarantees consistent damage uptime throughout the fight. Next, weave in your secondary ability or buff abilities. Use these strategically to either empower your stats or inflict a stat debuff on your target. Finally, track your setup. When your buffs and debuffs overlap, you open a tight window of opportunity. That exact moment is when you unleash your maximum damage output. Master this sequence, and you'll dominate your rotation every single time. For the final segment of this lesson, we're going to learn how to actually put our rotation together. This game allows us to demonstrate what's possible, not just in this game, but for any RPG, MMO, PvP, or PvE game. Even if you're playing solo without a massive multiplayer online game, these tactics still apply. These are real strategies that professional gamers do know about. You'll see exactly how to put together your rotation and to practice it so you can get the most benefit out of all of your abilities when gaming. When thinking about a rotation to maximize output in any role, the first step is to debuff your target. Lower their stats, resources, or movement speed, for example, and next buff yourself with additional attack speed or defense. Once those abilities are active, overlap your next abilities so their active windows continually benefit from each other. Weave in standard abilities to build resources in the meanwhile, saving your main special ability for the best moment. Because your special has a set duration and a long cooldown, time your other abilities to become available at the exact same time. This keeps good uptime on your buffs and debuffs until your main abilities are ready to align again. Thank you for taking time out of your day and tuning in today, folks. These pro-level tactics are usually locked behind expensive coaching, but you're getting them right here for free. These fundamentals apply to every game, whether you're playing MMOs, competitive PvP, or solo RPGs. Keep watching the course for more lessons dropping this week. Subscribe and consider turning notifications on so you don't miss our latest videos, events, and free giveaways. Thanks for watching.